Okay, today we're going to show how to remove the rear cover on this new HP Envy. This is the M6 model AE151DX. These were a big Black Friday 2015 item. They do not have a CD optical drive in them, and they do not have a removable battery, if you notice that. But they're a decent laptop. You can upgrade and put a solid state drive in it, and there's nowhere online that I saw that showed how to take the rear cover off, so that's what we're going to look at today. First thing I'll verify is that it turned off. We don't have to remove a battery because it's not an externally removable battery. And now we're just going to look at the back. Now on the back we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 screws. And this is the model number, so I'll have it in the video as well. AE151DX. There's nothing in the instructions that show how to take the back off to add memory or switch the hard drive. As far as tools, we have our Black & Decker electric screwdriver. We have our Mega Pro manual screwdriver. We have a properly fitted bit that came out of the Magna Pro. We have a little magnetic picker-upper in case we drop a screw. And then we might use a plastic spoon as a prying device. So to start with, excuse me, we'll just pop these screws out. And when I do this, I like putting each screw back in the actual place, the actual spot it came from. So we'll arrange them over here so that we can do that. Excuse me again. 2, 3, and I've had several of these apart already. You could get these for about $4.50 on Black Friday, and then it's pretty popular to put an SSD in them, and you can get a good performing laptop. Now, I know there might be some people that complain about using a power screwdriver on laptops, but when we put the screws back in, I'll show an easy way to ensure that you don't over torque the screws. Now we'll just pick out these screws. This is the second row of 4. There, now all the screws are out, and essentially to take this out we want to tack one of these 2 corners, which is the front. This is the rear where the hinge is, and I have really strong fingernails, so I can just do this with a fingernail, or you can also use a plastic spoon to get in there and pry. But we want to basically push the top towards the keyboard until we can get a fingernail under one of these edges and pull the bottom out. So this looks like I can do it right here. There, I got my fingernail under there. You might want to use the plastic spoon if you don't have dirty fingernails. And then it essentially just pops off in one piece like that. There it is. One piece cover popped off. And now you can see inside the laptop, single hard drive. I read beforehand that they had a bay for a second hard drive. They really don't. They don't even have the controller for it. This is where the CD normally would be. There is no CD. And then you can change your memory in here as well. There's your 2 memory sticks and the built-in battery. You can't, it's not a removable battery, but I have seen high capacity batteries online, so that's something that probably can be upgraded as well. Now the only thing I've had to keep an eye on when taking these apart is you see these little pink rubber gaskets right there. This one here will pop off sometimes because this piece here is just sitting there, so if that gets loose, this rubber gasket might pop out. And now, just to demonstrate putting it back on, we just put it back on there. I've found that it works best to start from the side that has the single USB port and get that snapped in first, because there's been a couple times when this corner was kind of problematic to get in. And then you just pop it in all the way around. Look at the edges, make sure it's all the way in there before you put any screws in. And now we just put the screws in the same place they came out, and to avoid any damage with electric screwdriver, I just hold it very lightly so that when it hits the end, the screwdriver will just spin in my hand like that, and then I go back and do the final tightening with the manual screwdriver. And that's about it. I put all these screws back in, and that's how you take the back case off of one of these new HP Envy M6, whatever that model number was, AE151DX. And I'm sure there's a lot of other ones that are similar, but all I could find online were the ones that had the panel in the middle that would just come out. This is a little different in that you have to get under the edges and pop the whole case. So that's about it. Hope you enjoy.